Hi guys, ArchieLuxury. Go to f2bbs.com. www.f2bbs.com. The last bastion of free speech on the interweb. That's right, guys. I want you to go to www.f2bbs.com. That's right. I want you to go there. You can, this is a great site to fight against all sorts of nastiness by posting on f2bbs.com, the last bastion of free speech on the interweb. Go there, guys. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury channel. Guys, I want to talk about getting yourself a Rolex Steel Sports watch. What do I recommend? And just quick wristwatch check. I'm currently wearing a Rolex Submariner Date. And I gotta tell you, man. I gotta tell you. As far as Rolex goes, everybody wants Steel Sports. Steel Sports. What do you do? What can you do? So the situation is Rolex, the demand far outweighs supply. They've got these imaginary wait lists, which are complete bullshit, really. These wait lists, basically what happens is this. The way it works is this. You buy enough other garbage, i.e. slow-moving stock. They will then sell you the hard-to-get pieces. Now, in the multi-brand stores, obviously they would want you to buy things like Panerai, Jaeger-LeCoultre, stuff like that. Hard-to-shift pieces. In the Rolex boutique type stores, well, they want you to obviously buy Cellini, solid gold day dates, ladies solid gold. That's kind of what they want you to buy. So the reality is Rolex ADs, it's nothing to do with Rolex, simply manufactures them and distributes them. The situation goes to the AD, and the ADs themselves there, if you are a newbie who's got no relationship with the store, they'll really do very little for you. Okay, they really, if you think you can get pieces that VIPs want, well, it doesn't quite work like that. The way it works is you got to buy enough of the garbage. You got to buy enough garbage to get access to the juicy stuff. Now, the reality is in normal supply and demand economics, if in normal cases, the Steel Sports watches should be way more expensive than they are. They use the price mechanism to adjust the demand. I mean, a Rolex Submariner Date in steel in Australia is $12,900. In America, it's about what, $10,000. See, this watch should be around about 20,000 Australian dollars. What's that? 15,000 US. That's what it should be. That's what the AD should charge. But see, he can't do that. So what happens, because he can't sell above retail. Now, normally this has never been a problem because people would never pay over retail. But with Rolex, the supply and demand economics are completely skewed. The first brand to really specialize in this is good old, another good luxury company, Hermes. Hermes with the pronounced Hermes, with the silent H, with the magnificent Birkin bag, the Birkin handbag. So they kind of pioneered this supply and demand economics. People always want what they can't have. Now, Rolex, whether it's themselves who are playing this game or there simply is so much demand, it's hard to say, but they now seem to be enjoying this situation. So what do you do? What do you do? Well, is it worth getting a relationship with an AD, or is it a complete waste of time? I tend to think for an average guy who really wants a Rolex, I gotta be honest with you, you're wasting your time, because you'd have to buy a number of garbagey pieces to then get one premium piece, which if you sold the garbagey pieces, you would lose money, and it wouldn't really make up for how much extra it would cost to buy a hard-to-get piece. So I gotta tell you the truth, if you really want a certain Rolex, my advice is get it on the grey market, because you are wasting your time with the AD network. You may never get the call. You may never get the piece. This is the reality that it is. You may never ever get the call. And I gotta tell you the truth there. This is how it is. It's pretty damn awful. And a lot of people come to me, newbies, they say, oh, I want to set up a relationship with an AD. And the reality is you could not possibly buy enough to get the good stuff. Okay? See, most guys out there, they could buy, maybe 2 or 3 pieces. But that really wouldn't get you a hard-to-get piece. So you're probably better off to pay a premium from a grey market dealer and be done with it. I mean that's the honest truth there. Having a relationship with the AD, if you got big pockets, I've got a few big customers who well, I don't sell watches, but these are people who are the big fish collectors. And generally speaking, to get access to the good stuff, you've got to spend $100,000 every 90 days. That's what they're looking for. This is the reality. $100,000 every 90 days. And that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money when the average guy doesn't quite earn that in a year. So if you earn, $100,000 a year salary is actually pretty damn high. Well, they want you to spend that every 3 months on watches and jewelry. So unless you are earning big bucks, big bucks, I think you're wasting your time. I think you are wasting your time. And this is the reality. This is the brutal truth. I think for most people out there, you're far better off buy on the grey market. Forget the AD. Don't waste your time. You want to set up it's just such a joke. That's what it is, man. It's an absolute joke. I think for most people, they are wasting their time. They're just absolutely, they're living in la la land. So many newbies say, I'm not prepared to pay over retail. Why should I fund this situation? And the reality is, by the time you play these silly games with the AD, the wait lists, and buy some garbage and do this, you could have got it much cheaper just going straight to a grey market dealer and getting the watch that you really want. If you really want a Submariner date, this watch in Australia is $12,900. Dealers are selling them for low 20s, 22, 23 sort of $1,000 mark. And believe it or not, those prices are less than US. If you convert that, they're actually selling less. But those ones in America aren't here. They're not here. It's a hassle to ship. You'd probably get a 10% GST. And it doesn't matter. You've already paid tax in America on the watch. No, no, no. As soon as it comes into a new port, new range of tax based on what you paid. So, hey, man, double dipping, double taxation. They can do triple taxation. Theoretically, you could have a watch you sent to Australia, then you sent that to Japan, you sent that to any other countries, and you could be paying tax on every port there. The thing would be more tax than watch. That's exactly right. The honest truth is, guys, if you really want one watt, a particular Rolex, pay the premium and be done. Because by the time you play these other games, not only will you have wasted a lot of time, but your patience will probably be a little bit cheesed off, and it's not going to have a good result. So guys, that's my advice. If you really want a Steel Sports watch, forget the ADs, forget getting a relationship with an AD. That is a complete, total waste of time. I'm ArchieLuxury. Tell me what you guys think. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. Put some nasty comments below. And tell me if you think I'm right. Hi guys, ArchieLuxury. And who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW, David SW, David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW, David SW, David SW.
The Rolex Submariner date. Probably the most versatile, the most famous, the most wanted watch of 2020. The Rolex Submariner. Absolutely stunning. I've gone for the steel model. I wanted something that could be worn every day. The businessman's delight. Look at the side profile. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. I've got to tell you, I am in love with this Submariner. Black on black. Does it get any better? Black on black. The Rolex Submariner. This is what this is just such a beautiful look at the. I got to tell you, the maxi, that just the whole thing, this whole thing is everything the ceramic sub should have been from day one. Absolutely winner, chicken dinner. Absolutely. And it's got the new clasp with the glide lock for easy adjustments. Absolutely winner, chicken dinner.
Hey guys, ArchieLuxury. Who do I recommend for watches in Brisbane and Sydney? Vintage Watch Co. That's correct. Vintage Watch Co. in Brisbane Arcade in Brisbane and the Strand Arcade in Sydney. Vintage Watch Co. Brisbane and Sydney. Ronnie, I've known him since the late 90s. Ronnie is a top bloke. Luke is a great guy. Vintage Watch Co. That is who I recommend in Australia. Check out Vintage Watch Co. and the guys' amazing range of watches. They also do service and repairs. Vintage Watch Co. That is where the pontiff goes. You know, some of my Pateks came from Vintage Watch Co. That's right, guys. Vintage Watch Co.